Hello everyone, what is up? My name is Charlie Michael Pope. If you're new to the channel, if you're old to the channel, I don't care, because today is a new episode of Tuesday Talks. Why I have something in my eye. Anyway, enough of that. Today's episode, as you can see by the title, is being your true most authentic self. What is your true most authentic self, and what are we going to talk about? How am I going to discuss this? Well, let's get into it. First of all, being your most authentic self, I feel, is a massive key in life, because nowadays with social media, obviously through so many different forms of media, you can't tell if someone is portraying a character. Who is this person you're talking to? Are they really who they deem themselves to be? When they go home at night, do they switch off and become someone completely different, who they really are, and they're scared to show that out in public? All of that stuff. But before we get into the dissecting, dissecting and all of this, got my laptop as always, and I've got my notes here, and I'm going to read some notes off. I'm going to go through here. So first of all, from my notes, I say being the real you, because being the real you for me, I have learned through the late years of my teen years, working towards this self I am right now, to where I am now, like 24. I am in such a great place mentally, spiritually, happy, I don't know if it's a word, but happiness right now is boom, because I love myself for who I am, because I'm crazy, I'm mad, I'm energetic, I'm not chaos, but sometimes chaos, but I know who I am, what makes me tick, and I am my truest, most authentic self. And anyway, let's get into that. So being the real you, authentic, what does it mean? Once we know that, we can understand what it is to be your most authentic self. Okay, so the definition of authentic is of undisputed origin and not a copy. Genuine, there you go, genuine, that is the key word there, genuine, yeah? Right there, the three words stick out to me. Undisputed, origin, and genuine, how we want to pronounce it. What I'm seeing is one of a kind. And that truly is what becoming your most authentic self is, being one of a kind. Be the most you person you can be. Be the most you in every situation. Of course, read the room when you need to tame it, but if you can put yourself in front, your actual spirit, your actual personality, let it flourish, because you'll grow to become better. So anyway, being the most you person you can be, loving every second of it. Look, we've all been there, right? Stupidly doing the most just to fit into a crowd, acting out of body and personality. When we do this, we're sacrificing oneself. Well, actually, when we're trying to fit into this crowd, if it's at school, if it's at work, if it's in a bar, club, gym, I don't know, any situation in life, when you're trying to fit in, cool, it might be fun, but when you really get home and you start to judge, do I like these people because I'm being what they want me to be, or am I being my true self and they're embracing me, right? And that's what I think it comes down to. You as a person, we don't want to sacrifice who we are, your personality, your faults. You don't want to take that away from the real you. So you're selling that group, and you're also selling yourself a false person. It doesn't stop there. Faking the energy, personality, all of this, right, can change how you look upon yourself, and you're falling and forgetting who the real person is under all that bravado, right? So let's break down some of the benefits of just being you. You'll feel self-confident, right? Okay, if you're not the most out there person, you ain't got to be the most out there person, but you want to be the real you. If you want to go to a party and sit in the corner, but you're still enjoying yourself, enjoy yourself, man. Like, everyone is different on the spectrum. If everyone was the same, there'll be no individuality, there'll be no difference, there will be no amazing ideas. So if you can feel self-confident in yourself, you'll begin to like and love yourself ever so much more, even beginning to trust your judgment even more, even starting to hone in your own unique set of skills, talents that makes you you, even forming smarter and better choices that align how you want to be going forward, right? So if you're understanding who you are as a person, and you're like, yeah, this is me, like, I like going to parties, or I like going to the gym, but I want to do it this way. I don't want to fit in with the crowd and do it in this little bravado that they have. And I think that's the key, right? You need to understand who you are as a person. When you wake up every day, what is it you really want out of a group of friends? You may think they're your friends, but are they your friends because you sold them someone you wasn't? You was just faking it to make it. They say that, right? Fake it to make it. But you don't want to get lost in faking it, because then along the way you'll be like questioning yourself and being like, is this really where I want to end up? Is this really who I am? Because you may go home and you're a totally different being, and you're like, I'm a bit scared to show that off because I feel they may think I'm weird. Man, be weird. I love weird. I love crazy. I love all this. And I think nowadays people are a bit scared to actually show individuality. And I think, please don't, because that is where I connect with people most. I want the crazy people. I'm not saying the boring people aren't fine, because if you're boring, that might just be you selling how you are. But let your personality fall through. Yeah, let it come through. Yeah, let it come through, because that is how you become the true, most authentic version of you, right? And I think that's what this world needs right now. It doesn't need everyone copying each other. You look at social media, everyone copies each other. The same photos, the same TikTok videos, the same YouTube videos, the same this, the same that, the same outfits, all of this, right? And I'm not saying fashion like any like outfits. I'm just saying everyone wants to copy each other, and it's always the individuals that want to be the true, most authentic self that need to come to the limelight, that need to show who they are, because in my opinion, that's what forms respect on a level. Being yourself will form respect, because you'll meet these people and be like, rah, you know what, I like Charlie because he's not afraid to be himself. I like that. He's not hiding. He's like, yo, what? This guy's crazy. I am crazy, but that's a story for another time. But he's just there. He's doing his thing. He's loud. He wants to be a part of things, or he's weird. He's a geek. All of these things. This is your personality. This is your bravado, and you need to sprinkle it wherever you go. Don't be afraid to add extra seasoning of yourself, because that is where it matters. But getting back to the respect, you'll find that others respect you more, as well as your own self-respect. As your confidence grows, you'll in ways begin to inspire other people, right? They'll see you living your truest life through your truest self, your most true, authentic self. Everyone wants someone to look up to, and people recognize and respect authenticity. You'll find yourself being a role model for others, showing how it is to be your weird, wonderful self. And trust me, it's worth it. Honestly, right? Imagine you're waking up every day being stupid, being crazy, being you, being the Charliest of Charlies, being the Rickiest of Ricks, the Mortiest of Mortys. I don't know why I just done Rick and Morty, but whatever. You could be the Davidists of Davis, the Sarahs of Sarahs, You could be whatever it is, right? But be you. I think that's what matters at the end of it. Be the most authentic you, because it will generate respect. And imagine if that inspires your friendship circle, or maybe someone you work with, or maybe someone you go to the gym with, and they're like, yo, you know what, he's not scared to be himself. Maybe you've gone through stuff in life that has scared you to really be who you are, because maybe you was bullied as a kid. I understand that. But as you grow older, you come to understand that, you know what, half of people's opinions don't really matter. All that matters is yourself at the end of the day. When you die hopefully with your friends and family by your side, but when you go alone, and you don't want to look back and be like, oh man, I just wish I was myself a bit more. I think that's the key, because I honestly believe that being yourself leads so much more. And this is where we're going to get into the next subject. You'll develop more enriching relationships. You'll simply be happier and more optimistic. When you begin to reveal yourself in all situations, you'll discover that your relationships change. If that's platonic, if that's sexual, if that's friendships, if that's all different kinds of relationships, family relationships even, work relationships. Some relationships will end, some will transform, and new ones will begin to blossom into something so fantastic. Existing relationships will change because you now are being you, actually you. You may have been a version of you before, but maybe it was tainted in a way where you weren't actually showing the real you, if you understand what I'm saying. So instead of being what you were in order to fit in, some people will applaud you and your ability to be more consistent with expressing yourself. Yeah? You understand that? So there are relationships that will grow and nurture you in ways that you can't imagine. Some people, however, aren't ready to accept responsibility for meeting their own needs without relying on you to meet them. Them relationships will wither, even meeting and ending. But I feel, okay, that's life. If they can't accept me for where I'm gonna be because those persons all along want me to fit in with them because they didn't want to change, so be it. We had some nice memories shared, but you know what? I'm gonna move on, because at the end of the day, I'm the key here. My life is the key. I love my friends, I love my families, but you know what? I want to make sure I'm the key here and my true authentic self is coming through. And that's what it's about. You'll build greater trust when people see you living in alignment with your own values, ideals, and persona. They see you being straightforwardly yourself with no disguise, in a sense. In turn, the trust in you will soar. Trustworthy people make great leaders. If you become known for being honest and trustworthy and yourself, you're more likely to be promoted or given opportunities. Yeah, that could be a work sense, but that could turn opportunities and promotions into opportunities of going out with new people. Promotions could be, wow, let's bring Charlie along. So don't always think promotions and opportunities are aligned with work. It can be aligned with everything in life. But not even in a workplace environment, as I was saying. So just find authenticity in yourself, because I feel it can lead to even better health. Because living your life in your truest form means you're more likely to take care of yourself. And this goes back to my previous video, gratitude. When you're more in line with yourself, you're more likely to take care of yourself. You're gonna rest, you're gonna research more about yourself, you'll be committed to living a more authentic life, probably eating healthier foods, exercising and getting regular physical exams. Being your authentic self also sets you up for better mental health, as you are calmer, less conflicted, and generally all around happier, because you haven't got to think about, wait, can I do this? Do they like me doing that? I can't remember. You can just go straight forward, boom, I'm there. This is me. Hey, what's up, guys? And that energy flows. It keeps flowing and flowing. And by the end of the day, you're like, yeah, Charlie had a good day. I went out today, it was myself. I didn't have to hide it. Of course, what you can do, little baby steps. Maybe when you go out, you just tell people, let's do this. This is the way we have to do it. And be like, you know what? I understand that's you, but I don't think I really do like that. Before I may have, but I was just trying to fit in. But look, if you're going to accept me into this friendship, relationship, workship, I want you to understand that this is what I really like. And if they don't care for it, okay, cool. If they do care for it, amazing, embrace that. But I think being your true self is hard. It's hard in this world. And it's easier to put it into words and put it into action. But I think if you can make the baby steps and put that into action, you could be, mate, like I honestly live my life being me. I don't not care for how other people's feel and things like that. I obviously always care that I'm making sure I'm not hurting someone along the way. But you want to make sure that the way you're doing your true authentic self, the way you're loving yourself, the way you're portraying your persona, right? You want to make sure that it's wholeheartedly from a good place in here, in your heart. And being your true self, it's hard. It is hard. I know I said this a million times today, but when we're in a world right now where so many people just copy, you get shut in a box and you're like, man, do I really want to reveal what my whole persona is? And your persona hasn't got to be crazy, but your persona is strictly you. No one should have your personality because you're an individual. There's no one else like you. You may have a brother or sister or twin, family members, but you're still different. You're made up of all these different atoms and carbons, and we're carbon-based life forms, right? We all share the same physical bodies, but we all share different insides, beings, souls, energy. And if we can find a way to make sure our energy comes across in a great way, you're honestly going to live a nicer life, a better life. I honestly believe that. Obviously, you can't plan for road bumps along the way, like speed bumps. You never know what's going to happen. But if you can just maintain being you the whole way through life, 80%, 90% of that, I feel you will be happier. I am so happy most of the time. People are like, Charlie, why are you always happy? Why are you always got energy? Because I'm not trying to put my energy into something I'm not. I'm putting energy into something I am. I can't be asked to fake. That's long. I'm not faking. I might like to act, but that's not me playing Charlie. That's me playing a character. I don't act Charlie. Charlie is Charlie. And yeah, let's round this up. So rounding everything up into a mental bow. What I've learned from my own experiences in life, from being my truest self, and from the fact I've left here. Of course, there's a lot to be desired when fitting into crowds and circles. It's easy, right? You just turn up, pretend to like, or you just want to do something with them, right? Boom, 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 job done, you go home to sleep. Did you enjoy it? Maybe. You just want to be part of something instead of being alone. I understand that. But really, in however many months or years in the future, how important is it really to fit in? Unless it's people you love. What is the point of fitting in with something you don't care for? Honestly. So yeah, because it all comes down to you as a human spirit. You are so unique, and why should you change the wonderful spirit you are to fit in. That doesn't make sense to me, honestly. That doesn't make sense to me. So all I can say from this video, when you look at this, look back, if you've watched a whole 15-minute video or you was cutting it through it and finding key points, I honestly believe if you can wake up today, wake up tomorrow or tonight to sit down on your bed and think, who am I? What do I love? Do I sometimes fake the energy I expel? I understand why. People don't want to be lonely. No one wants to be lonely. But don't sacrifice being lonely for something fake, because you're fighting two losing battles. It's like fighting fire with fire. You don't get nowhere. Find yourself, expel yourself, not in a bad way, expelling yourself, but expel within your soul, your energy, your heart. Let it out and become the best you, the most authentic. I want authenticity. I want in all forms of life. I want authentic food. I want authentic music. I want this. I want everything. And when it's a copy, hey, whatever. But when it's something fake, whatever. But when it's authentic, it's true. There's heart, and that's what we all want. So yeah, I'm saying thank you for watching the video, guys. Let me round this up because it's a long video. But I just hope if 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, however many people watch this and be like, you know what? I understand what he's saying. I'm going to try and become the truest me. And that's a blessing. That's life. That's amazing. So I'll just say thank you for watching, guys. If you're new to the channel, please comment, subscribe, like, share, all of that YouTube stuff. The socials will all be here or here or here. Charlie and Pope, all platforms. But yeah, thank you for watching, guys. It was a long video. That was a TV episode, nearly an animated one, Rick and Morty episode. But yeah, thank you guys so much. I hope you have a lovely day. Thank you for watching. Yeah, keep smiling, keep being you, and we'll have a great life, right? Peace.